지금 내가 하려는 말이 좀 이상할지 몰라 왜인지 난 좀 어려웠어 난 늘 쩔쩔매니까 이토록 원하게 되고 Oh baby baby please don't go 당신 앞에 물에 불는 것도 이 모든 게 너무 자연스러워 Hey 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 한없이 자꾸 애원하게 해 젠장 잠조차 못 자게 돼 도대체 감정이 뭔지 모르겠잖아 난 조금 뜨거워 대박 한여름 소나기 샤워 달고 온몸 적셔 온 뒤에 그리고 또 못 자오게 하지 널 좀만 사랑
Yo, what is up, my Nakama? So my name is Daniel, and I'm a first-year medical student. And in this video, I'm going to take you through a week in medical school. So let's go. So today is Monday, February 24th, and I just got back home from school. I generally spend from 8 to 12 in school, and that's when I do Anki, I listen to the lectures of the day, and I just catch up on any studying that I may have missed over the weekend. And I just had lunch, so now I'm going to do my afternoon studying, and then once I finish that, I'm going to do my workout. So I generally work out 4 to 5 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And yeah, I train calisthenics, which is a form of bodyweight training, so I'll be doing that in the afternoon. But for now, I'm just going to watch a few sketchy videos related to anti-epileptics. So right now we're learning about like seizures and seizure disorders and ways to treat them. And so I'm going to review some videos about anti-seizure medications and anti-epileptics, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so I finished all my studies for the day. I like to finish around 5 p.m. so that then I have the rest of the evening off to either work out or make YouTube videos, or just meal prep and relax. So I try to be as efficient as possible between 8 and 5 p.m. and try and get all my studies done. But now I'm gonna go train some calisthenics at the Y, and I'm fortunate enough that I just walk right across the street to the YMCA. So yeah, let's get this training session in. Alright, so I just got back from the gym and showered, and this is my dinner for tonight. I got some spaghetti squash, some raw green onions for the gains, some vegetables, some salmon, and then for some extra protein, I've got my Faye yogurt mixed with peanut butter protein powder, with a little bit of protein granola and some blackberries. Oh. But yeah, this is basically usually one of my dinners. I eat twice a day because I intermittent fast. So my first meal is at noon and my last meal is around 8, and right now it's actually 7:30, which is generally when my last meal is. So yeah, I'm gonna eat this, and then I'm actually gonna film another YouTube video that's gonna be released earlier this week, and then I'll call it a night. Good morning, my Nakama. So today is Tuesday, and I just woke up and made myself a cup of coffee, and I won't eat until 12, so I get all my work done in the morning, And today our lectures are about ophthalmology and different eye disorders. And I've actually already done that stuff through third-party material, so I didn't really find it necessary to go to school today. I'm just gonna do my Anki and review some other material. And then I have a doctor's appointment later this afternoon. And then afterwards, I also have volunteering from 5 to 8. And I'll explain a little bit more about where I volunteer at when I actually go there. But yeah, I'm just gonna get some work done now and finish my coffee. Pour over so good. All right, so it's noon now. I finished all of my Anki and a good amount of my reviews and my studying for the day. And now I'm gonna eat my lunch. And for lunch, I have a similar thing that I had for dinner yesterday with some salmon, some spaghetti squash, and some broccoli. And then I also have a big bowl of fruit that I got from Costco. I actually went to Costco for the first time this past weekend with my fiance, and it is an amazing place. And then over here, I have just a small bowl filled with some almonds and this like seaweed snack that is super delicious. Yeah, so I'm gonna eat my lunch. Then I have like a physical checkup at my doctor at around 3. And then I have volunteering from 5 to 8. So I'm probably going to do a little bit of my mobility work before volunteering. And I'll show you a quick version of what my mobility routine is. But yeah, time to eat. So I just got back from volunteering, and I volunteer at Brenner Fit, which is associated with the Wake Forest Baptist Hospital. And it's like a program where you teach kids and families how to approach nutrition, especially if they're overweight or they're suffering from obesity. And so yeah, you teach everything from nutrition and activity and exercise, but you do it kind of like in a fun, very chill way. So I'm one of the volunteers there, and I kind of play with the kids while the parents learn about how to properly feed their kids and how to approach nutrition with them. It's a super awesome program and something that I'm really passionate about because I was really overweight myself. So I know how much the struggle is. So I think by teaching kids early and by educating families early before bad diet and nutrition happens, I think that's very beneficial for their long-term health. Yeah, so that's what I volunteer at. And so now I'm pretty hungry, so I'm gonna eat dinner, and then I'll probably do my mobility work a couple hours after dinner. Good morning. So today is Wednesday morning, and I'm going to be at school from 8 to 2 today. So from 8 to 12, I'm just going to study and do my regular work, do my Anki, as you know. And then from 1 to 2, we have a meet an internist event. So I'm considering internal medicine as a specialty, and there's going to be like coffee and snack type meetings, and there's probably going to be a panel of internal medicine doctors to answer questions about like what it's like to be in internal medicine and what the certain specialties are and how does it all work. So yeah, it'll be an interesting event. I try to attend as many of these specialty events as I can because you can actually ask questions to people who are currently doing that specialty, and that's really the best resource. So yeah, time to head to school. All right, I just finished eating lunch and I had a little bit of a later lunch today because I was at school until around 2. We had that internal medicine meeting with a few second and third year internal medicine residents, and they just talked to us about their current residency and what their day-to-day life is like and what to expect if we pursue a field in internal medicine. So it was very informative. I'm glad I went. There were a few snacks, some coffee. It was pretty nice. But yeah, I just had my lunch. So now I actually have to go to the dry cleaning to drop off my suit because it got a little messy from prom. There's just like some stains and stuff, so I'm just gonna leave it off in the dry cleaning. And then I will probably, or I'm definitely gonna go work out at the Y, and then I'm probably gonna finish off the day by watching the lectures from today. Because from 8 to 12, I only managed to watch one of the lectures, and we had 3 because I was doing my Anki reviews and just catching up on other neurodegenerative diseases. So yeah, and then I'll finish off the day by finishing the lectures that we had this morning. So yeah. All right, so post-workout dinner, I've got my famous green smoothie filled with a bunch of greens, some fruit, and of course protein powder and almond milk. And then for my main dinner, I've got 2 raw green onions, a whole onion, which I eat raw. I usually eat about half to a whole onion a day. And you know what they say, an onion a day keeps the doctor away. And then I've got a piece of gluten-free bread that my fiance bought and now that I will be eating. And then I've cooked up some scrambled eggs. I've got a block of cheese and I've got some smoked salmon that I got from Costco. And so this meal actually is gonna be my last meal for the next 48 hours, or at least 48 hours. I'll be eating around lunchtime on Friday, and right now it's Wednesday night. And I actually do like a 48-hour fast once every couple to 3 months. And the reason I do this is mostly just like as a personal challenge, but also I feel like it's kind of like a reset. And there have been a few studies showing some immunological and metabolic benefits to such a prolonged fast, but I just kind of enjoy it. So I try and incorporate it in every 2 or 3 months, as I said. And I feel like pretty good after the 48-hour fast. It's always fun to weigh yourself too, because sometimes you lose a lot of weight, and it's kind of fun to do like in the middle of a hard cut and you're not really noticing that much weight loss. If you do like a 1-2 day fast, then that could be like the catalyst to lose that extra pound, lose that extra 2 pounds. So yeah, I'm also gonna weigh myself, and it'll be interesting to see how much weight I lose without eating for at least 48 hours. But yeah, now I'm just gonna eat dinner. I'm gonna do a little bit of sketchy micro upstairs, and then it'll be time for bed.
In the icing, you can decorate with flowers, you can fill with flowers. You've got
Benjamina.
So, on your marks. Hey.
Bake. Come on,
I
Selassie.
think everyone's kind of on edge.
All right, it's almost midnight, which is generally when I go to bed, and I'm gonna try out this sleeping mask that my fiance gave me. It was something she ordered from Sephora, and basically it's supposed to like reduce the redness in your face because I often get kind of red. So we'll see if this works. It's like an overnight sleeping mask, so I apply it now and just sleep with it overnight, and we'll see how it looks in the morning. Alright, so this is my current weigh-in before the start of my 48-hour fast. Well, I've already started in the night, but Looks like 210. I was actually 208 without the camera. This camera weighs about 2 pounds. I weighed myself before this, but if you add on the weight of the camera, then I'm 210 currently. So we'll see. It's a new day, new opportunities, more Anki. So today is Thursday and there are 2 lectures in the morning about like gait disorders and traumatic brain injury, which I am not going to be attending because they're recorded. But I'll be doing some work upstairs until about 1:30, and at 1:30 I have clinical skills from 1:30 to 5. And clinical skills is basically we learn how to be doctors, so we learn how to interact with patients. Actually, I'm going to put my tea down. We learn how to interact with patients and how to perform physical exam maneuvers. And I actually have something called a CPX next week, which is where we're actually evaluated and a patient interaction is recorded, and then we get a grade for that. So we have to pass, and basically it consists of the HPI, which is like the history, and kind of getting like a comprehensive history of the patient. So we're evaluated on that. And then the physical exam portion of the CPX next week is the neurological exam, which I've been practicing throughout the week. And today during CS, we're going to practice a lot of the neurologic exam maneuvers. And actually the hospital is right over there. It's that building in the distance. So I live pretty close to the hospital. I can actually walk to it, but I just drive and park in the student lot there. So yeah, I'll be doing my work until 1:30, and again, I'm doing that 48-hour fast, so I don't have to worry about lunch today, and then I'll head to clinical skills. Alright, so I just got back from clinical skills and we practiced the neurological exam. It was really helpful and useful, especially for our upcoming CPX on Monday. And yeah, so now I'm just going to pretty much study for the rest of the day, relax, and I'm actually approaching around 24 hours of my fast right now. And generally around the 30-35 hour mark, I do start feeling kind of hungry, but I just gotta power through it. And tomorrow I will be rewarded with an awesome lunch. Okay, so I finished all of my work for the night. I just watched a few more sketchy videos and the last part of lecture from this morning that I didn't watch. It's just some more material involved with abnormal gait, so like differences in walking based off of certain neuropathologies and certain diseases. But yeah, pretty interesting stuff. Now I'm just going to, brush my teeth, do some of my skincare routine, because I've been trying to get into a good habit of skincare, because I think it's important to start early, taking care of your health and your skin. Also, I'm pretty deep into my fast now, and around this time is actually usually when I do get pretty hungry. But luckily, since it's bedtime, when I sleep and I wake up the next morning, I actually don't feel as hungry as I usually do. So it'll be good to get that kind of rest and then reset in the morning. And then around noon or 1 p.m., I'll be having an awesome lunch, and I can't wait to show you guys what I'll be eating for lunch. It's gonna be epic. So now time to go to bed. Good night. All right, so I weighed myself before this, and I was 206.8. Looks like about 209 with the camera. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. Good morning. It is finally Friday. It's the end of the week, and I'm excited. So I just weighed myself, and I started off at 208 about 35 hours ago, and now I am at 206.8. So I guess 1.2 pounds. That's pretty reasonable. I mean, it's probably mostly water weight, but I do feel really lean right now, which is pretty cool. I feel like I could fly away. But yeah, so I'm just going to drink an espresso because I am a little bit tired and a little bit fatigued. Not fatigued in a bad way, just like I know like my body probably needs energy right now, but I just got to get through this hump. And then we have a mandatory lecture right now from 8 to 10. So I'm going to go to school, go to that lecture, and then at around 1 p.m. I'm having lunch with one of my med school friends, and I'm pretty excited for that. All right, I just got back from the gym and I'm gonna make myself some dinner and then I'm gonna head to go see a movie with a few other people. We're seeing the new My Hero Academia movie, the My Hero Academia 2 Heroes, I think that's what it's called. I'm super excited for it, super hyped. I think it's gonna be sick. And today's lunch was absolutely amazing. I mean, I think it was my first time at Popeyes. I don't really remember going to Popeyes before, but it was my first time getting the Popeyes chicken sandwich. I got the spicy version, and boy, it was so good. Especially ending a 48-hour fast by eating Popeyes, I felt like I was in heaven. And I mean, I don't generally eat unhealthy like that. In fact, I try and limit, how many unhealthy meals I eat per month. But every now and then, you just gotta reward yourself and have a good time. But yeah, now I'm just gonna shower, make a quick dinner, and then head to the movies. And that'll probably be the end of the vlog. So, as always, date bayo.